was back in the mid-70s. Through marriage to one of her nieces, that I became a part of the family. And from the very beginning, when I first met her, she always struck me as being a person of giving. And I always observed the things that she do, the things that she say. And she was that kind of person. Till the day that she left us. She was always giving, like Debbie has shared, giving of herself. And for me, how she gave herself willingly to support me and my marriage back then, my kids, she was always there for them. Whenever I needed a babysitter, we always used to go and ask Auntie Lita, and she would always say yes. There was never a time that she said no. For some reason, even when she was working at that time, she always said, I can do it. I'll watch the kids. And she loved watching my kids. And my kids today, they're in their 30s, early 40s, they go back. And they still remember the moments that we have shared with her in Kaimuki House. What avenue was that? 8th Avenue? 9th Avenue. We used to go over there, my family. We used to go there every weekend. And we became such a close-knit family that all the celebrations that occurred with each of us, we always were there for support. We celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, birthdays, whatever the event that had occurred that involved our family. It was a moment that I still cherish to this day. When I heard the news that she was going to leave that house, I kind of felt sad because that house carried a lot of memories. And when I said earlier that I got involved with the family, Steph was still going to school. And I still remember Siana, darling, your sister. To think today, where they are today, it really makes me feel good to know that I've been part of that. The other thing is, I'm saddened but not saddened to see or to know that Auntie had now gone, because I see her as a person that fulfilled her destiny. I believe she accomplished everything in life that she wanted to accomplish in support of her family. And not only her family, any one of you that got involved with her, she was always there for us. She was always there for me. And I feel very grateful that I and she was a part of the process that we had, the relationship that we had. I don't think I'll ever meet another woman such as she, because she is something special. The other thing, I keep remembering this, I gotta share this because she's a good cook, by the way. She was really a good cook. I used to enjoy her cooking. One dish that I really enjoyed was her beef tomato. I'll never forget that beef tomato that she always made, because it was the greatest that I ever tasted. And when I got together again with her and I wanted to bring that point up, I said, hey, Auntie, you can still cook the beef tomato? I didn't want to bother her. And the other thing that she loves to cook also in preparation for Danny, her son, is teriyaki beef. Whenever teriyaki beef is served, Danny's going to be there. That I will never forget. I'm glad that I have memories such as these, and happy memories of the experience that we shared. Thank you very much.
I'm going to take you back a couple of years, just a few years, 1972. I was still a baby. Just got back from Vietnam. I was in the Navy on a ship, ammunition ship. So in Vietnam, it's a little kindness, your sharing, your caring. Accepting me into their home. I was a little lost then. But it's a tiny house. Living with Stephanie, Danny, they all made me feel happy that I was with family. As he said, Auntie was an excellent cook. I loved her stew. Perfect potatoes, perfect carrots. Whenever I'd go to the base, I'd always look forward to coming home. She made me feel, while I was in California, that I was home. Not even knowing, so did the rest of the family. I know in the years, I didn't see her much, but I always thought about her. And I always think about that little small house in Richmond. And how everybody lived together in harmony. I love you. Thank you.
My mom and I raised Sienna. Sienna knew me as mommy and my children as her brother and sister. For several years, I've had Sienna's ashes with me in my house, so she's never really had a proper memorial. My mom asked for her ashes to be scattered with Sienna's. And she also added in that note, there was instructions for us for everything, but she added in that note, unless Steph wants to take her home. And I was thinking, no, I mean, the happiest Sienna will be is to be back again with Grandma. And we all discussed that as Mom was going in the hospital, that Sienna would be smiling and happy that she was coming. And Mom would be happy that she was going to be able to see her again. So, Barrier will be scattered with her today. The other thing, in the last 4 months of her life, there was somebody that was very special to her and took care of her, and that would be her hospice nurse, Brianna. Brianna, for us anyway, became like family. I'm not sure how she felt, but my mom, looked forward to seeing Brianna once or twice a week, and we crack up because Brianna would come and Brianna would do the pills, count the pills in the pill box for Mom, and Mom would just watch her, and then at the end, the packages that the pills came in, Brianna would put them together and she would rip them all at one time. Why Mom was totally thrilled at that, I don't know, but she would just say, wow, every time. So Brianna would make it a point to rip it in front of Mom, and Mom was just thrilled. One week Brianna was away, and I counted the pills for her. She was like, oh, you're not going to rip it like Brianna. I said, I think I can. And the other thing is that when Brianna was away, it was twice that Brianna was away, and other people came in, as a, what do you call that, like substitute person. Mom was so unhappy when that person left, and if she was feeling sick, I said, oh, you want me to call hospice? She goes, no, we wait for Brianna to come back. So I was like, I knew Brianna was always, the person. And one thing I was going to say that Brianna doesn't know, Mom was also a little bit rascally, One time time she forgot, she had to take morning pills and nighttime pills. And Brianna would check that when she came. And one time she forgot a few evening, series of pills, or like 4 pills in each one, or more, I don't know. She forgot, so when the day that Brianna was coming in, I didn't know until I came back from the bathroom or something like that. She had emptied them all in the bag, and she stuck them by the chair, and I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I don't want Brianna to see." So anyway, now you know. I was like, all right, I don't think Brianna's going to say. She goes, "No, don't tell her. We'll put it back later, okay?" Okay. But anyway, you meant a lot to her. You've done a lot for our family. We are happy that you were the one that somehow your name came up and you were connected to her. You take very good care of her. Thank you very much.